Hi, Internet.
The opening of our transcript is just, hi, Internet, hi, Internet, hi, Internet, we're on the Internet, hi, Internet.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
So I say our off-topic discussion should be about Tobo Chico and how delicious it is.
Dinosaur-themed movies and other endings.
And other endings.
I wish I
does
had
not
some
add to the narrative.
Topo Chico down here now. I like a really. Damn it! I've got mint and like a like an orange kind of one and a blueberry
mint
upstairs.
Topo Chico?
Yeah, it's delish.
Sounds kind of gross.
Oh, it's delicious. It's like a mojito without the alcohol, and then I just
there
add
is
the alcohol.
lime?
Yeah, it's mint and lime.
Okay. I thought it was
yeah.
just mint, and I was
No,
like, that's called
yeah.
mouthwash, but good for you.
Oh, I love mouthwash. It really helps.
I drink it all the time. Wait.
All right, so now that we've poisoned the AI with...
Take that, computers!
I love mouthwash.
Trying to decipher that.
It'll be like, the players attempted to taunt me as I was reading the transcript.
The players are aware. I am listening.
Y'all want to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Hell yeah!
Sure.
All right. As a reminder, you guys are in the Underdark, in the Hall of Learning, on a mission to rescue Ratscratch. Your greater mission, overarching on behalf of Lord Mentrier, has been set aside, though this is a two bird, one letter situation. Is when you rescue Ratscratch, you'll also recover, hopefully, the evidence that he stole from Guard Captain Chesva to uncover the plot that you have been aware of for some time but are seeking evidence to prove it. Right now, Ratscratch is being tortured hanging above a pit of endless fall with no feathers left on either arm. His wings are now just arms. The rest of you are in a storeroom that you uncovered in the area that is presumably being used as the dungeons by the researchers within the Hall of Learning, and it appears to be a converted novice quarters or dormitory that was switched into cells. So, we'll leave Ratscratch to his fate for now. What would the rest of you like to do? Oh, and importantly, as you are distributing the loot, you remember that the room appears to be pretty full, and that's a bad sign, as you deduced that the room is cleared out whenever it gets full. So you could expect company somewhat soon.
Did we grab all of Ratscratch's stuff?
Yes, I have them.
Okay.
I have your stuff.
Did you pick up the loot? Did you pick up the rest of the stuff as well?
Yes, that's what I said. I picked up the loot and everything.
Okay.
I know from following him around, he had a war drum and a lute and a.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing now is I'm actually
lots of gold.
While all the other search was kind of taking place, in the rest of the room, what I really was probably doing was checking to see if there was anything missing of Ratscratch's, because I focused on the loot. Obviously, the loot isn't on him, so I'm trying to see if he might have anything. If there's anything of his belongings that would be missing that I could then try to locate, because obviously he's not here.
Also, if Kaydren's looking for Ratscratch's stuff and I know that, I remember because I gave Ratscratch shit for it that he put the shit in his pockets. I was like, are you sure you want to leave that in your pockets? Maybe you should tuck it into a chair somewhere like I did. And so I'll tell Kaydren, like, hey, while you're at it, you may want to find his clothes. I think that's where he put the evidence we picked up from... What's her face's?
I mean, I'm pretty much searching through the entire thing, but yes, I can.
I'll just let him know for sure because I know that that's where he left the.
All right, so you have two choices here, Kaydren. You can either A, go through the belongings of Ratscratch that you have in front of you, and roll either an intelligence or history check to see if you can recall whether that constitutes everything, or you can look around the room with an investigation check and try and determine if there's anything else in the room that might belong to Ratscratch.
Did he find his clothes?
Ratscratch's clothes are not immediately apparent.
What do I want to do here? I mean, I already did a search for his belongings when I entered into the room, so, which was to find the loot and everything else that was kind of neatly stacked on top of itself. So I assume all of that has already been put there. So I'd probably do the history check because
Okay.
I assume, or what was it, history or investigation?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're searching the rest of the room again, that's investigation. But if you're trying to think through, like, do I have everything? Is this everything that he had? That's history or intelligence, whichever one you prefer.
Okay, well,
Wait, so
it's
did
the
he
same-
not
it
find his
doesn't
clothes?
matter because it's the same. So.
No.
Then can I help him look for his clothes while I look for a siphon? Which I still don't really know
11.
what it is.
Seems like everything is here and stacked neatly, almost by person as you look around.
Even his privies.
No, not his privies. No clothes seem to be in any of the stacks right
That's
now.
what I was wondering, because if his clothes aren't here,
You
then
do
maybe-
notice that there are larger piles of baubles, which you are aware were the contents, or at least the presumed contents, of
his
Ratscratch's
clothes.
pockets. But the clothes themselves seem to be gone.
Do I see that? Or...
Can you move your microphone? It's not picking up very well.
Sorry, do I recognize that too, or is Kaydren the only one who realizes that right now?
Yeah, I presume you're kind of chatting out loud as you go through that, Kaydren.
Well, I'm just looking at all the stuff going. I mean, and obviously there's just like a giant, probably basket of just trash, right? Like basically.
Some of it, I mean, one man's trash is another man's treasure,
Well,
but
I'm just
yes.
saying, like, they wouldn't leave, like, strips of ribbon and whatever, pieces of metal and random stuff just bundled up and everything. They probably had to put it in something, so I'd assume it would be in some sort of container. Which would
It's
be
just
all
kind
the
of
stuff
stacked on top. And you notice that it doesn't seem like there's been any quality sorting. They just seem to have piled up everything, and perhaps this room is used only as a temporary holding to divest people of their belongings. Perhaps it's sorted better when it's moved out of this room. You notice items of large value are stacked right next to items of no value whatsoever.
Right.
In fact, you're holding one of the most valuable items, you presume, in Oathkeeper and in the loot.
Yeah. I can mention it. Like, does anybody see? Well, is there like a pile of clothes? Like, is
There are
just
no
like a random
clothes.
discarded
That's the
pile?
one thing
Oh.
that seems to be missing.
So there
The
is no
contents of the
clothes.
pockets seem to be there, but the clothes themselves are not.
Wherever
These guys are
Kaydren's
frickin'
looking
weird.
with the contents of the pockets, can I like go sift through and look for like I knew what the papers looked like. Like, was it a folded stack versus a single sheet? I would have like an idea of what to look for because I
You
saw
see
Ratscratch
a
doing it.
large number of sealed scrolls.
Are they the ones that
Ratscratch's
look like the
stack.
ones we took?
You have never seen the ones that he took.
No,
right?
we both
No,
found
they
them
were
together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
Yeah,
I
you were with him. Yeah.
distinctly even said to Ratscratch, I was like, "Are you sure you want to put
These
those
are
in
the
your
same
pocket?
one.
What if they
These
want
are the
to?"
same
I'm gonna
one.
be like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! I found the scrolls. I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna immediately put them in my bag.
Okay.
Every single scroll that I remember.
Okay.
I don't really care about his little like fucking buttons and pieces of lint and shit because that's fucking
Okay.
weird."
Yep.
Says
You got
I.
it.
But I'm gonna take all the papers that I remember him taking from Chesva's desk.
Okay. Are you gonna look through anything, or are you just shoving the
I
whole
mean, I
pile
don't
in?
have time to open the scrolls, I would think, because we know they're coming, but I am going to tell everyone, like, hey guys, I feel pretty sure that I at least have the letters that we took from Chesva, which means they may not have found them yet, and they may not know what Ratscratch knows. And I'm going to, while I'm holding this person, try to stuff it into my bag.
Okay.
I guess I'll just leave all the stuff there and you can grab it.
I mean, once they identify stuff, I'm gonna hold. I mean, I can carry a lot, and I can
Yeah,
travel light,
that's
so
fine.
I will carry things
Yeah.
that they.
I just
identify
took the
as
scrolls.
Ratscratch.
I left everything else, so I think I'm not super
Okay.
encumbered yet.
You notice as you pile in a couple of other items, they look to be rings that drop in as well.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fuck it, okay.
They're kind of
Um,
tossed in with those papers.
I'm not paying too much attention, so I mostly just want to make sure I have my scrolls. I'll maybe check
Okay.
them later and be pleasantly surprised. But
Okay. And what would the rest of you like to do then?
Well, if you've got room, then Wudao hand over his
Yeah, I'm just
pack
gonna.
and
I'll hold on to
all the
like the
stuff
backpack
up.
and stuff. 'Cause I travel light and I can carry quite a bit.
Sure,
So I'll just
sure, that'll work.
burden.
All right.
Do I see anything that would help someone wake up? Like a medicine kit or a healing
You can make an
cup?
investigation check if you'd like.
Ooh, terrible sound.
I guess I'll step out of the room at this point because there's nothing
Okay.
really left for that to do with.
As you step back into the hallway, the only thing that catches your attention is that you can now hear those faint, disquieting sounds of people screaming underneath their breath, mumbling in what seems to be nightmares.
I got 19.
You find several medicinal pouches, bandages, things you might expect people on the road to be carrying.
Do I see anything like from what I know from like my nature medicine knowledge, which I actually do have a pretty high medicine
With a
modifier?
19, you find 4 potions of healing.
Anything that might help someone who looks
Important
like they're
question.
like
If you're picking any of these things up, are you doing so neatly or are you scattering the stuff as you just kind of flip through it?
me?
Yep.
Well, I'm not like being batshit crazy, but I'm also not like being so particular. Like just like, oh, you know. Did I see anything that might help someone with like a severe case of fatigue, exhaustion, dehydration,
Yeah, there's a 4 logo in the corner.
terror?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm like, is there a monster or like a like a Starbucks
While you're
frappuccino?
searching that, also I'm gonna turn to Jark and be like, "Hey, you." I'm gonna look at Calla and you and go, "Hey, you guys want to go look at that horn thing?" Because this was a dead end, so that's the next thing.
Yeah.
You take your time in the room, Yasi, as you and your companions start to discuss potentially returning to
I don't
the
wanna stay
object
too
that you
late, but-
passed.
Mhm.
And you don't find anything that you know for sure. There are potions that you can't identify or don't recognize. There are objects that may be magical in nature or not. It's hard to determine. For the most part, this seems to be the everyday belongings of travelers and citizens of Dweller's Den stacked around the room. Nothing for sure that could help. Thalen
I'm gonna
remains
administer a healing
motionless.
potion to him just in
Are you
case.
still carrying him, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too much
You-
effort to put him down, so I put a little
You
healing.
cradle
potion.
him a little like a baby and pour a healing potion. He doesn't wake up, but he does drink it.
No different. Can I do like a medicine check to see if I notice any difference, like in his behavior? Does he seem like he's carrying himself a little bit more since I'm holding him, or is he still just like
Yes, you may.
limp?
By the way, I have a way that I can identify every item in this room too, to see if it's magic or not. I just throw a fireball in there.
Oh, I was like,
if it survives, it's
Just melt
magical.
things, yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
It's mass identified.
It's
if
efficient.
That was a spell or not.
It's efficient.
That is key efficiency right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it's a 12.
It does seem frail. The potion does seem to help a little bit. And as you're kind of checking his breath and leaning close, you hear him murmur, "Help."
Wait,
I
I
can-
have an epiphany. I don't know. So his illness, like, I don't know if this would be a medicine check. You decide because you're the DM. But does it seem like it could be a magical illness?
You don't know.
All right, because I'm getting tired of carrying him and being made fun of, I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I'm taking a chance. Make a wish, take a chance, make a change.
Okay.
Cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay.
Let it go.
Stand by.
And dispel his magic.
What level are you casting it at?
Level 3.
And you're targeting him?
Yes.
One second.
He's just on his period, and so nothing will work. But
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Well,
think of like
I
a
did
male
notice.
old person illness that.
It did not seem like they took any clothes. So could we try to track maybe Ratscratch's hat?
I don't know the hat, but at least maybe his
Make
trousers.
a spell casting DC
Nobody
check,
wants to see
please.
that.
He
I
had
was
that,
trying to think of something
he had
more
that cape.
memorable.
that cape
more
of
unique.
multicolored feathers too.
That's true.
Spellcasting DC check? What is that?
Yeah,
even
like
mean?
You
your
have
spe-
been following us
attack?
for a while,
It's-
haven't you?
look
I
at
have,
your
yeah. Well, yes.
I have a
you
spell
have a
sheet
mod-
And jorts.
and then a spell attack bonus.
Kind of
make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Alrighty, I'm sorry. Get it. Is that not the spell attack bonus? It's like my wisdom modifier? I feel kind of silly about it. And it's probably because I'm not using.
It's not just, it's higher than just your wisdom modifier. Typically, I think your proficiency bonus is included.
You said it's my spell?
Your spell attack modifier, it should be listed.
So
under
it is
your
my
you are a
spell
druid, so
modifier.
druids spell cast using wisdom, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
So
is
you're
it
adding
my
your
spell attack
wisdom.
bonus?
Yeah, so yeah, it's not your
Okay,
spell
okay.
attack bonus, it's your wisdom plus.
Okay. That's 17.
Okay. As the spell ends,
Oh,
On
thank
him.
you, sweet Jesus.
the person in front of you changes slightly
My
as the
Valak?
illusion they had cast
Oh,
upon
no.
themselves ends.
Damn it. Who is it?
They still seem to be the same person, just younger,
Oh,
healthier,
is he cute?
stronger.
Hotter?
Not much younger, but not on the verge of death.
Hotter?
And
Hotter?
I mean, it depends on your preference, I suppose. If you're into dark elves, he's a fairly attractive dark elf.
Ooh, I can be into dark elf.
He does not regain consciousness, though.
Is he heavier now?
No, he's
Okay.
not.
So he looks younger and a bit healthier, but he's still unconscious.
And
It seems
his
like he had
clothing changes from rags to elegant red robes.
What? Is this like reverse Sleeping Beauty? Should I kiss him? Do I know that story? Would I think that would work? Like, should I do a history check?
Just make out with this body.
You're gonna mug her
Yasi.
down with another dark elf.
Just
Yasi,
give it.
he's the one who's dehydrated. You're not the thirsty one.
But
I mean, debatable. Debatable.
Nice.
Okay, so he's a handsome dark elf who's younger and wearing royal garb, but he's still passed out. But seeing him now and seeing he's not this old person, these royal garbs, is it possible to do like a reevaluation if Thalarin Duskweave rings a bell with this information, with this context of like potential royalty and like elegance and elitism and shit and like dark elf now that I have that information?
You can think about it. Go ahead and give me a history check. And anybody in the
same
room can
dude
do the
that
same.
you saw in the bar earlier that tried to
17.
you
I was
over.
wondering if it was that. I was wondering if it was him, but I feel like I would have remembered if it was that guy who like was like super sleight of hand. I
have
followed for a bit.
separate question. Does
Not-
his robes look in any way similar to Alarin's robes?
They do.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Not the same colors, but very much the same styling and ornamentation.
Is that
I
like the
think this
researcher?
might be one of the other archmages that they've deposed.
Oh, well, I rolled a 17, so if that's true, then maybe that'll help me remember too.
Those two conversations together help you recognize that you have seen his name as you walked through the Hall of Learning, inscribed as one of the high mages of the council.
I was like, oh my god,
Well,
I
that's
think
something.
Wudao's onto something. I think this is one of the high mages of the Arch Council. I don't know if I combine those. I don't know if they're the Arch Mages of the High Council or the High Mages of the Arch Council, but
Arch High Mage of the
Arch High of the
Council.
Mage
Close
Council.
enough.
Council mage.
Your memory is a little fuzzy.
But do we remember them as
High
being, these are the ones that were
Mage.
ousted by the evil villains, right?
Yes.
What you know.
So I think, from what I know, that he's probably a good guy. and is like would have been one of the colleagues of what's his face?
The High Wizard Alarin.
Alarin, yeah. But and I'm like, but he still seems super out of it. Shit. I kind of want him to look like shit again. I don't know if he cast that on himself and now he's like this like super fancy dude. So shit. And there are no rags or clothes
I have
anywhere
a
in this
feeling
room.
they knew who he was and they threw him down here. If anything, they probably cast it on him to hide him from others.
That might be true. I hope you're right, because I don't know what else to do, because now he's wearing all this fancy shit. I'm going to be like, well, damn. Okay, cool. I'm going to continue to hold him, because that's crazy. Would that give me any more context on what he means by a siphon?
No.
Like a wizard's tool, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't think we have much time. I'm going to do a really quick glance to see if I see anything that has, like, any, like a TD for Thalarin Duskwave or something. Like, I don't know.
You can go ahead and make an investigation, and we've
Must be
been with
super
you for a
fast.
little while, so let me jump over to everybody else. You guys were
Okay,
discussing
12.
leaving to potentially go down and check out the Warhorn as
just go down the
Yasi
hall.
was casting. I'm sorry, to check out the item shaped like a Warhorn is what I meant to say. And you were going to leave the room when you saw Yasi complete her spell and the guy shifted slightly. What would you guys like to do?
Apparently was having that conversation with Yasi, so I guess I'm in there with her.
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you guys were in the doorway basically discussing leaving when she did that, so that makes perfect sense that you could talk to her from there. But I'm just seeing if you wanted to leave now that you've seen the change, or if
Yes.
what
Yeah.
else you want to do.
I mean,
Okay.
we're after wherever Ratscratch is being held. That is priority first and foremost. Well, okay, Jorts'
For
priority.
the number one fan.
Yeah,
number
for
one
what?
Jorts' priority is
Okay.
to get to his party members holding cells. But I mean, like, if we find Ratscratch, cool beans, right?
Okay.
I mean, I can burn another spell to do another locate object, but that's burning a lot of spells. Like, I won't have that many. I'll have 1 second level spell left, and that's healing if we need it, you know?
Yeah.
Or
Hold on to
damage
that.
stuff, you
Hold
know?
on to that.
So,
Why would we need healing? That seems
Yeah,
unusual.
we made a mental note,
Well-
kind of like it's this way.
No, we're-
right?
we're at
we're,
the room.
We're out of it. Oh,
When I
that's
was-
right.
'cause
You looked for.
I was homing in on the loot, and I
That's
found
right.
the loot,
Shit.
but we found all his stuff now, but we don't have his clothes.
And
What's
we
the
will
floor
say-
situation here? What's the floor like here?
It's very, very well crafted
Nice
stone floor.
stuff, yeah.
Okay. So
This is
'Cause we're
very
no-
similar to
we're
the
not
Hall
the-
of Learning's
no
upstairs that you've been in.
footprints or anything like that. I
Nothing
couldn't
that you
see
can see.
large bird-like footprints on the ground.
No, you certainly cannot.
No.
Okay.
I will tell Kaydren whether or not it's true or not that this prisoner, this Thalarin guy, is here still in his clothes. Obviously, like they left him in his robes. Maybe that means Ratscratch is still wearing his clothes.
That's possible. I mean, we've
If-
seen, now that we've seen it on him, and I'm sure it's on other people, yeah. I mean, I'll burn another one, I guess.
I don't know if that's actually gonna be the case, but in game, I would make the connection that if
It would
he's
be
still
the
wearing his
quickest
clothes-
way, but I don't know if it's the most efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I'll just burn another one. Okay, burn another second level spell and do another locate object on Ratscratch's pantaloons.
An item that you
Where
are
am
semi-familiar with.
Yeah,
You
I've
locate
seen him wear 'em.
Ratscratch's pantaloons.
Let's find
And as you
Ratscratch's
complete the
pants.
spell, it's not within 1,000 feet of you.
Yep.
Or it's blocked.
Yep, one of those two things.
Yep.
You'll
That's
have it up for the
pretty good.
next 10 minutes or so.
Yep. Well,
Maybe we can get closer.
so how
to
much?
where we-
There's not much further down to the end of this hall, right? We're only midway through.
Yep, that's correct.
Or does it go further down?
So, you remember
From
how
the
you came up
building.
kind of in the middle of a hallway?
Right.
The stair below? You're basically right above that entranceway, so you're halfway down one of the edge corridors.
By
Right,
the way-
but there's not. It doesn't like I can see the end of the wall, right? Like
Yeah,
from the lower side.
You could guess that it's probably more than 1,000 feet. The whole
From end to
hallway, end to end, is more than 1,000 feet, but it's probably not 1,000 feet from where you're standing to the end.
Just as a quick FYI, knowing that we're in this dangerous space and that these people might be coming and we need to be stealthy, I'm actually going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
On our group.
So anybody that's
As we-
within distance of you will get a bonus to their stealth.
How many weapons are
10.
in this room?
How many weapons are in that room? About 20.
The other
There are a
option,
lot less weapons in the room than there are piles of belongings.
The other option is we take these, and I indicate the weapons, just start freeing people and arming them.
Ooh.
Well, except look at our friend here. He's not
I
even
understand,
functioning.
like, it will create chaos, but I don't know if it's necessarily...
But maybe they're totally jacked up people. Maybe they put him down because he's capable as a magic high elf wizard.
If
I
he
mean-
is one of the mages they disposed, he's probably been down there for many years, given what we've been told.
That's true. I think that's a good idea to consider, at least if we can carry things and like the chaos alone, the chaos and confusion. If we
I
have
mean, it
Pass
could
Without
end up getting
Trace,
people killed is the other side of that.
they're
coin.
gonna die
I-
here anyway. Look at these people; they look
yeah, but
terrible.
if we get this figured out, it might be a fact that they actually live. You know.
True. I'm
Mm.
not saying it's the best idea. I'm just
Wait,
throwing
can
it.
I use like a perception check from the screaming and the different sounds? Like, how many prisoners can we sort of estimate at least are in a screaming state from the amount of sounds and different things?
You walk by more than 100 cells, easily.
But how many people does it seem like? Like, can you just gauge from the sound and the volume and all that how many people there probably are? Because
At least 100.
I'm gonna say I don't like there are at least 100 prisoners here from what I can tell. I don't think that we can actually save all of them. So as many as we free, that'll I think increase exponentially the amount they can free because 100 is just a lot. Even
Yeah,
if we
but
tried to
many-
free them.
100
As
free,
altruistic
really
as that
injured,
could
sick
be,
people is not going
I
to do
think-
much.
Maybe we leave
And many
this-
that we let go, I doubt they would be going to let other people go. They would probably just be trying to leave.
Right.
But
I don't foresee this working the way you guys think it's gonna work. They're not gonna band together and fight with us, even if they're capable. They're gonna ask us for help, and we're still not any closer to our goal. Right
Let's check out
Like,
this
The
you
one.
best
might
thing
be
we can do
right.
is we can try to find Ratscratch, and then try to figure out how we can put an end to the researchers.
I'm gonna say you might be right, but then I'm gonna stash a few daggers into my bag just in case.
Oh, yeah, of
Okay.
course.
You pick up a couple of weapons, no problem at all. If it comes to it, we'll give you a list of what those weapons were and a description of them. As you guys are all standing around trying to decide what to do, I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
15.
18.
Oh no. 5.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural
A
20.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
9.
Yark and Calla. For a minute, the screams go from quiet to raging, maximum volume in your skulls. But the moment passes, and nothing else seems to change.
The hell? I'm like grabbing my ears.
I will look around quickly to see if there's anybody casting spells.
Did you guys
Well,
hear that?
It could be that
Yeah,
object.
really. I think we
which
should get
we
the
were
hell
going to
out of
check
here,
out
though.
Anyway.
That's why I'm wondering if we should go take a look at that object.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm nervous now that this guy's like all fancy schmancy. He's
Are you
grab
gonna
my-
carry fancy smancy
I have to
Kaylin
carry
down
him.
with you?
Fancy
Yeah,
minds.
but remember, everyone has Pass Without Trace, which is plus
Is that
10.
going to burden you? I can take him if it's going to.
I was like, oh my god, Wudao, would you? Oh,
Wudao, could you
thank
take me?
God.
Actually, I'm kind of tired.
No, but I'm like,
I'm kinda
actually,
sleepy.
no,
Your head hurts. I mean,
I'm gonna actually,
she's
I'm
My
gonna,
head hurts.
too.
I'm 3 feet tall. You
I
can
have an
carry
old
me.
man and a Calla,
Yeah,
one under
actually,
each arm.
For what it's worth, no. I'm gonna be like, yeah, but I'm like, but what if he wakes up and thinks you saved him? And I'm like, no, never mind, I'll hold him. And I'm
I will be sure to give you all the
It's only
credit.
because he's kind of hot. Isn't
Yo,
that why
I
you're
mean,
holding
I'm
him?
like 25 years old, and this is like the first probably like remotely attractive man in a
Thirsty.
fancy
And he
robe,
weighs 90
and
pounds,
like,
right?
yeah, or something.
Dude,
Give or
he's
take.
Yeah.
heavy as. I was trying to like just do workouts with an 86-pound bag.
This
After
is
I'm
about
not.
5 minutes, I
I'm a
was done.
strong druid.
By the power of fantasy world, not
I
so
will say
bad.
though, I'm a little bit insecure about the fact that I weigh 30 pounds more than like this dude, because like that means I might have like self-image issues if he's skinnier than me. But either way, in case, wait, no, he's not as skinny. Maybe he is. I don't remember. Anyway, the point is, I'm gonna decline Wudao's generous offer just because I want him to know that I saved him in case he
Okay.
falls in love with me. I don't want to fall in love with Wudao. That would be weird.
Fantasy worlds, anything can
I'm
happen.
gonna.
Wudao blinks slowly a few times.
I'm
Matthew, what
gonna.
is
I'm walking.
It's
I'm stealthing down to the down to the object.
Everybody give
Wait.
me a stealth check.
With pass without a trace, I got a 19 with disadvantage.
Not too bad. That plus 10 coming in pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Wait, when you do
Just,
plus
I
10,
do
is
your-
it plus 10 to your check or is
Natural
it plus
one,
10?
y'all.
Pass
Does-
without
Are you for
a
real, bro?
trace gives you plus 10.
Plus 10.
Just to your roll?
Just to
Yeah.
the roll.
Damn, not to your dex and then the model. That's dope.
No,
30
It's.
I got
you
a-
get-
I got a
you get plus
36
10,
then.
yes.
Yeah, not too bad.
I disappear. I just go.
That gives me a 14, but that's
Wow.
still a natural
Natural
one.
one, yeah.
Ooh.
Don't
I
you
have
have
to go
like an
with.
inspiration points you can use or something?
I do not. As a
You
matter of
just
fact.
you
You've
accidentally
never been with a
drop
bunch
all
of more
Ratscratch's
incompetent,
baubles
loud
on the
folks.
ground.
Hey, I got a 32, so
Alright.
I disappeared as well.
Yes.
I
So
turn
there.
around.
Kala and
start
I
stealthily
are up
creeping
ahead,
away.
just like walking on air, and we turn around
Wait,
and
are you
everybody's just
holding
like,
Kala because you're tired, Wudao?
No, I jumped down. I
Oh,
was
okay,
just
okay.
kidding. Yes.
You
I
can tell
started
he wasn't
slowly-
stealthy.
Stealthily walking away, and then I hear Yasi muttering something about falling in love with me, and it causes me to fall flat on my
No, I
head.
thought you drop all
In
of
like a
Ratscratch's
flattered way, or were you
baubles and
like, oh
buttons
god,
and
no,
everything on
I've
the
got
ground.
And all the
another
bubbles and
fangirl.
buttons that I was carrying spill across the
They're whispering about how loud everybody is and eye rolling at each
Clink,
other.
clonk,
Like,
clink,
Do
clank, wong, wong,
Do I
wong,
make
wong,
that
wong.
connection? Do I make the connection that Wudao fell because he thought Yasi was into him?
I look over
Like,
at
does-
Kala.
do I
I have to
passively
perceive what
perceive
happened.
that?
He seemed to be startled and dropped
That's why I was
things.
gonna do an insight check and see if I assumed that meant that he thought I was like a demon and he was terrified that he had like a weird groupie, or if he was like, "Oh my god, finally."
Are you gonna try and deceive here?
Me?
No,
you're
not
He
you.
doesn't know.
Oh,
He doesn't know. I'm just like watching. I'm like, "Oh my god, is my life turning into a love triangle like in
Wudao's
front
an
of my
open
fucking
book,
eyes?"
man. Like, it's just...
Kala, how
Yeah,
the
go ahead and
hell
give an insight
did
check.
you guys survive?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I rolled a
literally
nat
don't
one.
know.
Hey, I'm
He
right behind
definitely,
you guys.
No, we're like-
100% fell because he's in love with you. He
Oh
is
my
head over heels in love with you.
Oh my
No doubt
can't.
about it. You have
Oh
got
my
a real problem on your
God.
hands.
I'm like, holy shit, do I really have to be in a prison, like a torture chamber? And I'm now discovering that I might love someone, but then Wudao loves me, and I'm just like a little bit distraught about this like recently discovered love triangle, but I'm like, I got this. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. Now's not the time, Yasi.
This man
Oblivious to the
has
drama
said
behind you.
no other words
But I will
to
note
you
that for my
than
dear
help.
diary later today.
Literally no one else is involved in this. This is 100%.
I rolled a nat one. I rolled a nat one
Oh,
insight check.
And that one on the
died.
insight was perfect.
It was very unfortunate. It's like,
A horrible love triangle that she's completely fabricated.
That's
in her
just
And
in my
nobody
head.
else is aware of
No one even likes me.
whatsoever.
typical.
Wow.
It's like my real relationship, you know. But
That's true.
Anyway,
Okay.
I will get back up, scoop back up, scratch his bobbles.
I'm like
that I
afraid
spilled
to
all over.
help Wudao because I don't know if I want him to fall more in love with him, so I just watch him struggle.
Fantastic, fantastic.
You make notes to never offer him hardtack ever again.
And I was like, it's
bear
all that
the-
hardtack I offered him, and now he's in love with me. It totally
Yep.
makes sense.
You,
Way too much
despite
effort.
the noise and teenage drama occurring within the group, you make your way back to the chamber, which you ascended to this floor on. Again, in the middle of this is a pedestal with a small glass-like dome Within it is an object that is a silvery metallic shape, sort of like a war horn, but your eyes have a hard time getting any real focus or definition on it.
Is it a siphon?
It might be.
I'm gonna be like, Valoran, is that your siphon?
You like pick up
I'm
his
gonna
head and
wobble
like
him.
jam it into the thing.
No, I
like,
am gonna like
"Is this
wobble
it?"
him and like put him as close to it.
Let me
that's
pull your
safe.
eye open for you.
Actually, can I try opening his eye a little bit so he can see it?
So as
Like a
you
Clockwork Orange
as
shit.
you get closer to the
But
object,
not like recklessly, not like Indiana Jones knock it over. Like I know that this is obviously something important.
as you get closer to the object and open his eyes, you feel him get significantly stronger
Oh, is it just me? Is that
and
is
push
it?
himself off your shoulder and stand upright, fully
I'm
awake.
like, Valoran, you're awake. I'm so glad I could bring you here. Is this your siphon?
And quietly, but firmly under his
Ignoring.
breath, only such that you can hear Yasi, you hear him say, "Yes," as he reaches towards the
I'm
object in the
blushing.
glass.
I'm blushing so much. Maybe in real life, if I could.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you.
I'm gonna
Be
grab
careful.
a photo while the rest of you decide if you want to do anything.
Is he pretty menacing
Is he
about
happy
this?
to see me?
Or
I mean, he said yes. in a
Yes.
very
He
menacing
said,
tone.
y'all didn't hear it though. He
But we didn't
whispered it
hear
into
that,
my
yeah.
ear. He said, "Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear." And he's like, "Yes,"
did he?
and that was it.
Oh, did we not hear that,
He
Matt?
did,
Oh,
say,
shit.
he did say only
No.
she could hear.
Yeah,
Only she
her.
heard the
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Ah.
Yes,
But everybody
right.
can see him stand up and reach towards.
And everyone can see him whispering in my ear.
No, they can't. They can only see
licking your
him stand up
earlobe.
and reaching for the
Just- Oh yeah.
I look over to see
Object.
if Wudao looks jealous.
Oh Yasi.
No.
No, he just says yes. We're not there yet. Ryan, I'm trying to take it slow. I just met him
Calla.
like not even 20 minutes ago.
As his hand comes in contact with the glass, this time the metal within the object seems to react, slamming itself against the glass towards his hand. There's a pulse. You all need to make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, I suppose he does too, actually.
Hey.
That's gonna be a 15
That's
again
even
for me.
better.
18.
10.
17. Thrilled.
21.
The wave shoots outward, but you all seem to be okay. There's
I'm gonna be like, be careful to Fowler.
There's a distinct sigh of disappointment as the glass restricts the object and his hand from meeting.
I'm gonna be like,
Keep
hold
pondering
on, I got you. And then I'll be like, this is actually how I kind of helped you. And I'm sure he's gonna be like, lol, because he's got way more skill. But I'm actually gonna cast Dispel Magic on this case.
Did we feel that wave go through, or did we not? Did
You
we
did.
not have any?
100% you saw that. You saw the reaction and you felt the wave.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a physical, there wasn't like a blue pulse or anything, but you
we
felt
the like
that
aura
energy.
Come off of it.
Yeah, definitely. As he begins to cast Dispel Magic, he whips around, looks at you, says no,
I'm like, okay.
and casts a spell at the same time.
I stop. And I get my spell slot back, thank God, because I only used the last one, but I just
You
want to
don't.
impress.
You used it, and he counterspelled it.
Oh, he dispelled my spell. Oh.
Still
Oh,
in
I'm
love?
like, oh,
Are
well,
you still in
He
love?
dispelled your
Are you
dispel
still in
spell?
love?
I mean, I'm probably. I mean, I kind of like the tension that's building. Like, everyone has to work through communication
So
issues.
looking at
Wudao's
this,
He's
here.
a
Watch what
dom.
you're
I
saying.
mean, that could be something Yassi's into. I'm like, oh, my bad. You do you. It worked on you when I cast it on you to help you, but you know, I'm not gonna
What-
be that. I'm not gonna be that thirsty.
What does
I
this
can
thing
play it
do?
cool.
He says, I don't know yet. I haven't had the chance to study it. I only know what it purports to do.
What do you do?
Which
Which
is.
Yeah.
Make any dream you want come true.
Okay,
That
sounds
seems. Nope.
I'm like, okay, well that sounds good. Can you get it quickly? Because I don't know if you know this, but we're like kind of in a prison, presumably the one you've been captured in for a while, and we need to save our friend Ratscratch and hopefully as many people as we can, and we really need to get the hell out of here. Can you help
Wait,
us?
is that one of our dreams? Because we could just take this.
It's
and-
probably George's dream.
He laughs a little bit, but not unkindly.
Okay, yeah, I was about to give you a
Prison?
quick, like, see,
Prison? You're not in prison.
where are we?
Why, you're in the Hall of Learning, of course.
I'd be like, no. I don't know how long you've been here.
Do you not know
but-
who I am?
You're
Oh
Thalrin
my God.
Cloakleaf.
And I am the archivist. It is my job to collect, study, and store magical items such as this one.
Is
I'm
that
gonna
what
put
you're
my-
I have
doing
been looking
screaming
forward
in the
to this
room?
day so
Hold
that I
on.
could study this item.
What year is it?
Do we know what year it is?
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody?
You don't, and quite frankly, nor do I. But what I can do is give you the reference, which is the answer he
right.
gives is 70 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
and
gonna
I
take
will
his
tell
shoulders.
him.
I pull out
No.
my iPhone and I show him the date.
Your
Well-
iStone, unfortunately, doesn't have a heads-up display for the date.
So I'm gonna take his shoulders and I'm like, Wudao's probably trying to cock block right now, so I kind of want to like interfere with that because I don't want Wudao to like put into his mind that I'm not amazing. And so I'm gonna like take his shoulders and be like, listen, Thalrin, I'm so sorry, but I need to tell you that it's been 70 years and you've been here under some sort of spell, and it's actually the year blah blah blah, and there has been a hostile takeover, and I recite to him as quickly as I can what we've learned about what's going on.
Make a persuasion check.
Kiss him on the mouth. Maybe that'll
Can I
help.
do it with advantage because he trusts me because I've kind of been carrying his body
may not.
around? Is that a
You may
yes?
not.
No?
You may not.
Does this case seem like actual glass?
Make it
God.
either an investigation or
I'm
an
just gonna
arcana
give it
check.
a flick, just to see if anything like zaps me or anything like that.
Okay, so as you make contact with it, you know two things. It is definitely not glass, and it is definitely what triggers the pulse. All of you please make another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Yay.
Oh my god, between the wisdom rolls and all this shit, I'm like gonna die.
5.
My persuasion was a 12 and my wisdom
Even
was a 10.
better. God damn, son, these rolls keep going up.
I got a 6.
16.
Okay. So a couple of things happen at once. Yasi, you
22.
seem to see a look of confusion, and Thalrin doesn't answer you, but he starts to study the surroundings a little more closely.
I'll be like, and I'll just literally, when
It's
he's
a
doing
little
like,
more
just
disturbing.
listen.
But
because
you don't have
can hear
time to keep
dreams.
talking because you see Jark and Wudao fall asleep, or so it seems.
I don't care if they fall asleep. I think Wudao's just doing this for attention, and
Oh,
Jark's
your
fucking
boyfriend
weird.
just hit the dirt and you don't even care.
Jorts will do whatever he wants to
Jark
do. Okay,
and
I'm not
Wudao,
Jorts.
what are two things that you're very afraid of?
Oh, sweet.
Oh my.
Losing Yasi, obviously, for Wudao. Just kidding.
Obviously.
That was such a dismissive no.
I
No.
know, it's so sad.
It's
Poor
actually his biggest nightmare is you.
Is
thinking
actually
that
me
he's in
thinking
love
that.
with you. Yeah.
It's not a nightmare anymore. It is apparently a reality.
Okay, so for me, my whole entire family was murdered by humans. So, big, scary, like
Human mob.
human mobs, like lots
worse.
of fucking.
Also,
humans.
my
It's
nightmare.
worse. It's the same human mob, and it's
Ah.
that night again.
Oh, good, great,
Aw.
yeah, sweet.
You're under the bed, and you hear the sounds around you. Wudao, what about you?
I would say it probably has something to do with like his abandonment as a child before the monastery got him, and the idea of like the more savage nature of the orc kind of overtaking, because like he's been trying to fight that off for.
Rather than as a child, you find yourself standing trial in front of all the elders of your order, all of them judging you and speaking so unkindly about your uncontrollable rage and how you could never act
Yeah.
as one of them. The feeling is awful and inescapable. Both of you begin to mutter and moan under your breaths as you go through these horrible experiences. The same whispered mutterings the rest of you hear all around you in these cells.
I'm gonna like
Yeah.
nudge both of them to see if I can wake them up. But I'm like, do you hear this? These sounds, Thalrin? You should know these are not the sounds of an archive.
I kick Jorts just to
Just right in the
Right in the
face.
jorts. Right in the
Right in the
right in
jorts.
the Jorts.
Very unintimately shake Wudao so he doesn't think that there's like.
I look at you and I look at you, Yasi, and I repeat kicking Jorts to be like, oh, you can kick him.
Oh, and I'm like
yeah.
kicking Wudao a little bit.
Both of you land a couple of kicks
Gently,
to no
no
effect.
damage. Oh.
Perfect.
You just hear Jorts going, go shit, 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 shit.
I pour some water from my water skin onto Wudao.
Nothing happens.
I see
I'm
how
like,
much
oh my
money
god, how
Jorts
much does
has
he
in his
want my
pockets.
attention? I put some hardtack in his mouth.
I die.
So
Literally
Valorant
choking.
at this point is confused, but he's starting to mutter under his breath. But 70 years ago, I just started to activate it. They said to turn it off, all I had to do was... That can't be right. I never would have failed.
What
This
did
can't
you
be
have
right.
to do?
He looks
hold
up
on.
at you.
For you. It did.
Oh, go ahead, Matthew, go ahead.
He looks up at you, still confused. What did you say?
Okay, wait, I have a question. I had that letter from Lynn the Trader. Does it have a date on it?
Which letter?
I have a letter. Lynn the Trader that Yuri sent me. Did he put a little date on it?
There's no date, but you do know that Lynn and Yuri are traders in recent times.
But would he know that?
What? I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'm gonna check the letters and see if I have any of the scrolls have like dates or anything that like look official and unopened, so he would maybe, be able to see that the times are different. I'm like,
Ooh.
hold
He
on, listen,
doesn't-
I can show you.
Okay.
It looks
seems
You
to be
start to
buying
look
it.
through for dates. Yeah, he seems to be confused about it. He's more seeming to turn the problem over in his own head, trying to figure out what happened.
And I'll be like, just if it helps you, when we found you, you were in one of those rooms. You were super frail looking. You looked like half a century older. And it wasn't until I cast Dispel Magic on you that we saw you in any version of your current handsome form. I do say handsome, more handsome form. But not like
Do you
hot,
like-
just more handsome.
Lick your...
No, I don't like touch him or anything. I'm just like, listen, before
Oh
when we
my
found you,
God.
you were this
Yeah.
old, frail man. But after I cast Dispel Magic on you, that's the only time we kind of saw you
All
in
right,
this
as
more,
Yasi is
like
babbling
handsome
away
form and
to
younger.
really
lively
teenage awkwardness as she's trying to talk
It's not
herself out of the
awkward. He
corner.
thinks
No,
it's natural.
totally.
She says all
Very
of that
awkward.
out loud. When I dispelled you, it wasn't awkward, but then I was, and I like
No,
you.
I
You're
didn't
handsome,
say
but not that. You did. You
Unhandsome.
said all of that out loud to him.
I was brainstorming that in my head, and what I said out loud was much more refined. Okay.
Yasi
You
doesn't
think.
refine.
Ross,
Okay.
Yasi
At-
is nothing if not refined.
As that's happening, something occurs to you, Kaydren. You're getting a ping.
A ping, you say?
From what
A
direction?
ping
and
from
how
the
far?
pants.
My pants.
Basically, the
pants
opposite
ping.
side of where the storeroom was. Slightly
Oh,
off
shit.
center, off the opposite side of where you came in from. Remembering it's a
Uh,
square, it seems to be on the
pants.
opposite side.
Yeah. I'm gonna haul ass over that way then.
So the remaining awake members of the group, which by my count is
3.
Calla
Me,
and
Calla, and Yasi.
Yasi,
And what's
see
his face?
Kaydren just turn and start to run out of the room.
I just run after him. No context. I just follow.
Okay.
Mostly because Yasi's being really weird, and I'm like, I don't really need this.
I don't think I can chase after him because I've got two of our allies passed out here who seem like they're having
You
like
take
some
care of
cosmic
them.
experience.
Bye.
Valorant's
Okay.
here, and he seems like he's probably really smart, and I think he'd be a good resource. So I'm like, well, we'll catch up, I guess. And then I'm gonna.
We'll find you.
Okay.
There's a moment, and Thalrin goes, I got it. I'm still being tested. I just have to face it, and I can get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I need to see. Hold on.
Oh no, did I just... Hey, no mind. As the two of you sit there, it's not a long sprint for Kaydren and Calla. As you get closer, the feeling is much stronger, something you're very used to with your locate object spell. Behind one of the doors, in one of the cells, you're certain, is Ratscratch's clothing.
But what
Alright,
about?
well, I'm gonna open it up.
I'm not here.
Yep.
You
I'm
open the
drooling
door
and twitching on the
slowly,
floor.
and as you do, lying on the bed moaning, arms above his head for some reason, is Ratscratch.
I
Cloak.
look like fucking turkey dinner.
Are you sure
No,
they
you
recognize
don't.
Oh, I
the
don't.
naked mole rat?
You look
You're
totally fine, except
No.
you're murmuring, whimpering under your breath, holding your arms above your head for some reason. Feet scrabbling on the bottom of the bed for some reason.
I'm gonna. Is he behind a cell or is he just in the room?
I'm just.
He's in the room, on the bed in the room,
Okay.
in one of the cells.
I'm gonna run over to him and try to see if I can wake him up.
Okay, your attempts as you run over, shake, slap, pour water, all of those are unsuccessful in waking him, just as it has been with anybody that you've encountered going through this.
Alrighty, I'm gonna hike him up on my back, even though he's
I can carry his
unconscious,
feet.
kinda. No, I got him. And then I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna walk him out back over to this stupid fucking horn.
Okay,
I've got my bow out, and I'm just trying to listen and make sure that we're not about to be surprised.
so in the few, really not more
Yeah,
than a minute that they've been
Minute
gone,
or two, yeah.
Yasi, Thalrin's been walking around the room saying things like, "I challenge you, come out and fight me. I am afraid of nothing."
I find him less and less attractive as this goes on, but like I'm keeping the possibility open. Now listen, I'm looking at Dispel Magic, and so spells and magical effects, such as Dispel Magic. Just spells and magical effects such as Dispel Magic have no effect on the sphere. Oh, wait, I'm looking at something referring to an anti-magic field. Hold on.
He's just walking around challenging people to a fight.
He seems to be just shouting out, looking for some sort of challenger.
Yes, he definitely has a type.
What a good line, and it's missed completely.
Well, I guess I wouldn't actually be able to use it anymore because I think I've used my spell slots, but yeah, I couldn't use it anyway. I only have 2. Okay, so I'm gonna...
As the three of you come back into the room, one of you mostly to completely unconscious, Thalrin turns about more slowly this time, more menacing.
What's up, bro?
He eyes the three of you. Perhaps my challenge has been in front of me.
Ugh, no.
Great.
I'm
Awesome.
like, Thalrin, this is not your challenge. You need to stop. We have 3 people here in distress. I did not help you and use a bunch of my high-level spells so that you could mistake this for a challenge. Do any of us look like we want to challenge you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Kaydren?
Do I hear him say that?
Yeah, absolutely. He's speaking
Okay,
at
I'm
a...
gonna reach into the side of my pouch. I'm gonna pull out a researcher's coin, a very special researcher's coin, one that is listed as the special coin of the researchers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold it out towards him and just tell him that, listen, we are not your challenge, but whatever this magic is that's rolling off of this horn needs to get undone as fast as possible.
Like,
Where
what
did
he
you get that coin again? Is that the one from the Coin Trading Guild?
Yes.
Where did you guys get that again?
I don't remember. Oh, we got that from
You killed the guys and you took it out of his pocket.
Yes, I believe
Okay,
so.
yeah, I remember. Inside
You
the
know,
Rock
the
Tavern.
most honest way to get those.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blood on it still. No.
You know, that would
Between
be
the
if it was
two of
that
you
was like the
and
one
the
thing that was, like,
identifying
so
coin,
good.
you can either roll at advantage on the persuasion or each roll a persuasion check. It's up to you guys.
Are you really persuasive, Kaydren?
You don't know.
I would know. I've been hanging out with you for a little while, I guess.
Would she know that?
You have a good sense. You can share the numbers if you want to. It's like
I mean, how many
quasi
times
allowed
have I
metagame.
done stories and talked about things?
Oh
and
yeah,
had
you're right.
people
You're very
give me
charming.
money?
You're like a weird bard. Like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna be like, you go ahead and take the lead here. So I'm gonna give him advantage. There's no point in me rolling.
You're just too comfy to roll.
That's true. I'll roll out. instead.
18.
There's a pause. He stops. He looks confused again, but he says to himself, no, this isn't the challenge. This isn't what I'm afraid of.
I think the thing you're afraid of is the fact that this thing is destroying the researchers right now. Listen to all the moaning. These are your fellow researchers right now. This is the challenge. We need to dispel this thing.
Can you
Maybe
I
explain?
that's
failed?
the challenge. Maybe dispelling this is the
Can you-
challenge.
Can you explain why you expect a challenge and why you think it's your biggest fear?
It's how this siphon works. You have to touch it, master it, and it will challenge you with your nightmare. But if you can show the courage to defeat your worst nightmare, you can control it.
Is this the siphon?
Do
Obviously.
you see what it's doing to all the people that are here right now, that are laying on the ground? We need to
That
remove
looks like
that.
a nightmare to me.
George,
The moaning
George,
and the sleeping.
George is like. Have you ever seen like a newborn baby sleep, like ass up in the air, head down on the ground? Like George is just like,
Is
freaking out.
Ratscratch still like this?
Oh, totally gotta be.
Yes.
As I'm
Excellent.
carrying him, he's like.
He
Like
looks
he's-
around.
like
at
he's
the two
riding a
and
roller
he goes,
coaster, the Kaydren roller coaster. Just.
I pick up his hands and I just start.
He mutters to himself a little bit, but it's not actualizing the dreams.
Just causing them.
It's just forcing them into the dream. But
Do
it
you think
should-
has...
It should control the world around it. It should start to cause those effects to happen to those people for real, and their wealth and unimaginable goals come
you
true
think
as
it
well.
has anything to do with the dome that's over it?
And he pauses.
I mean,
He shifts
I'm no
into what seems to be
magician.
like a truly academic mode. Oh yes, I didn't consider that.
I'm gonna actually
That's a
tell him, I'm like,
clever use of an item to control another one.
and then when Kaydren says, like, is that also maybe the reason why when we found you, you looked insanely aged and exhausted? Was it the physical manifestation of whatever nightmare you've been going through for the last 70 years?
How did you find me?
You
We
were in one
found
of these
you
rooms, and I'll point
Almost
over to the
naked,
nearby room.
Fragile,
barely
broken,
clothed.
and I'm gonna describe to him when I did my medicine.
Is there a
check and my
nearby
motor
door? Can I
check,
just open it and see if there's anybody in there?
Just-
I'm
Just
gonna tell him
I point at
exactly-
Ratscratch and I'm like,
I mean, yes,
That's
I've
not
already.
what he looked like, though. He specifically looked emaciated. He looked like he was in fear, like he had been being preyed upon.
He
And
looks
that
at
he was
you
like-
sharply. What was I wearing?
I'm gonna tell him exactly what he was wearing.
You have a very
He's-
distinct mental image of him.
I mean, I've been carrying
He
this
starts
man for,
laughing.
like,
He
Yeah,
starts
what I mean.
laughing.
Hot, torn up robes.
Of course. Of course my fear would to be
Disheveled.
weak, mindless, alone, unsuccessful, poor, everything that I am not, he yells out. And there seems to be a shifting in the item. The silver shifts to a little bit of a gold radiance.
Like, I think you're breaking
Well,
it again.
I think I can control it now. But what about those within its thrall? How do we wake them?
we could break the things.
Shit. I'm gonna be like, you obviously have magical prowess. I was able to start the process on you by casting Dispel Magic on you. I see that you obviously counterspelled me when I did it on the object, but maybe, are you capable of dispelling magic on my allies here?
I may be able to do one or two, but from the sounds, there's a lot more than that.
Can you start with
Meg-
the bird?
Let's start with the bird, and then you can do this Wudao, and they can maybe get us going from there.
And
no,
George
because
will
I mean,
sleep here.
or we
He-
could just
sadly, he's
we'll just leave
immune
the
to
other one. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we'll try to start from there.
His
but
eyes flash to a silver, not unlike the item pupils gone, you see and feel incredibly powerful magic. Ratscratch, Jerks, you feel, Ratscratch, the chains biting your wrists, the blood flowing down your arms. But there's a sound. Your friends are around you talking.
Supper.
Just for a moment. It shakes off in the pits below you. And then again, you can hear them talking. Everybody else, you see Ratscratch moan, but maybe a little bit less.
I
Big
continue to
Ratscratch!
play
And
with
I
his
Val-
hands
Valorant
that are
looks
in
up.
the air.
Valorant looks up. It's not enough.
Oh,
The
she
artifact
did
is
it.
too strong.
You can't do it, but she did it.
You've gotta let them help them.
I know,
break
I
out.
jingle a coin. I'm like, I know, and I start like jingling coins in your Ratscratch's head, and I'm
No,
like,
no, no. Not like that. You have to give them the strength to beat their own fears.
Play him a song. Play him a
But
song.
I don't know
from
what
Valor.
Ratscratch's fear is.
Has
Nor do I
Ratscratch
know what
ever told us?
anybody
Does
else's
anybody know?
fear is.
Wait, has Ratscratch ever told us what his favorite
He looks
song
at he
is?
looks at you, Kaydren. Then do what you can to inspire him to courage.
What's his favorite song? What's the song he always likes to play? Like when we're all, gathered around the campfire.
Shit, I have to do
The
a
theme
performance
song
check.
for the
Taylor
Ratscratch
Swift. Like, is there
experience.
a song he loves that we know of? A very popular
Well, seeing
song?
as I've done, okay, I'll put Ratscratch down. Seeing as I've been having him hoisted on my back the whole time, I'm gonna pick. Well, I
Still,
figured
like,
your head was
making
like
him
right here.
dance.
I had him as like a point at you, right?
All right, so we're gonna do a themed
Start
roll here.
putting stuff in your
Yeah.
hands.
So, two members of the party up to two, can provide assistance to the downed members. That will modify their wisdom saves that they will do at the end of it to try and break out. So tell me how you're going to inspire your allies to break this.
I am going to pick up Ratscratch's lute.
Okay.
Or mandolin, whatever the magic one of the 5 is.
It's a lute.
The lute.
Got a dragon
The
head,
lute? Okay.
but it's all like the
Yeah,
dragon
no,
head
Dragons?
I
is
Did
don't.
all.
somebody say dragons? I get really
Yeah.
It's
mad
all-
all over
it's
again.
a severed dragon.
It's a
dragon
seven-
head.
Yeah,
All right,
seven
all
dragon.
right, all right.
But it's
all right.
Even though I'm
also
not a very
it's
good
also
player.
masked by like a lot of pieces of cloth, so
Yeah,
you can't really
stuff,
see the
yeah.
dragon head.
Fine.
And I'm not a
Um,
good musician either, but I have in my inventory a handful of shinies, so I'm gonna use them as like a little tambourine to play some musical accents. to
Ratscratch
Kaydren's
had a
performance.
harmonica on him at one point, didn't he?
A
I
what?
have a flute.
He's got the war drums.
And the
yeah,
war
he's got all
drum.
kinds of musical
I have the
instruments.
flute.
He does have a
Wardrobe.
regular old
I
flute,
wanna
but
I've
use
got like
money
a
because
set of
he's
like
passionate
4
about
like
it.
wind chime things that you see me pull out every once in a while, just like a.
Oh,
Pull
I
out
thought it
never
was like
pulled it out.
it was like part of your wing, so you could just like run a finger across it. Like when you're playing your good like lute guitar, you.
Ratscratch is a one man. You see those people
Yeah.
with the one man
he's a
band
one-man
things. He's got
band,
like the
yeah.
bass drum on his back,
Uh-huh.
and he's playing the cymbals and like.
Never
that's
actually pulled it
Ratscratch.
out, but Wudao has a lyre as well.
Ooh.
I
But
Wow.
went
I'm
through
going
Wudao's stuff to find the flute.
I'm afraid to touch Wudao's body lest he
Wah.
But I'm gonna do a performance check because I've done enough performances with Ratscratch that it would be a song that we've done before.
Okay. Is there anything, the theme about the song, a song you've played before?
Yeah, it would have been one about one of the stories because he normally plays when I do my story
Okay.
stuff at
Okay.
the taverns, and I'm sure we've kind of gotten into a routine about it by now because we've done.
What about
a
bravery,
bunch.
Okay.
perseverance, and friendship?
And then, aside from
Or
accompanying the
friend-
music, is there anything that anybody else wants to do or think they can assist?
I do put a piece of hardtack in his, on his tongue, kind of like.
I remove it
the
so that he
Irish
doesn't
Carter.
choke. Are we
Alright.
only focused on Ratscratch, or are we trying to do Wudao and Ratscratch
Well,
together?
one at a time, right? I was focusing on
You
Ratscratch
did
first.
Ratscratch first.
I
Okay.
figure we
I
have to
just
do
wanted
this
to make
for
sure.
each person, so we're gonna have to
Yeah.
do this for each person.
I like how
I'm,
Ratscratch is back and Jorts is just fucking thrown in the corner.
I'm-
Just twitching.
We'll figure it out.
I'm Irish dancing,
I
but
actually
not
have
well.
a thing I can do for each person, so I kind of
Excellent. All right, let's get a wisdom saving throw from Ratscratch. As the floor is now fully gone beneath you. And the chains are snapping and straining, holding you up. The blood,
do I get any
pain,
bonuses?
unbearable. You hear the faint sound of music.
Does he feel hardtack on his tongue?
You feel that
Dry,
warmth
terrible
and-
hardtack.
misguided support sometimes from your allies. You remember them. You remember being with them. You remember the strength that you've shown in battle with them and the powerful things that you've done. You don't get any bonuses, but you did get the DC lowered, so go ahead and give me a wisdom
Oh, I
saving
didn't
throw.
have to do a
9.
performance check.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's see how good of a performance you get.
I did an 11.
Maybe it
How
would have been
bad
better
your
not to tell me. No, I'm
performance
just kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not
Actually,
practiced at doing the musical instrument things. So.
Calla was assisting you, so go ahead and give me an advantage on that roll.
Oh, on that roll.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also paid
You're
gold,
welcome.
gold, like, Moroccos. A bag of
That'd be a
shiny
13.
You play the whole country of Morocco. Just
Ching, ching, ching.
Definitely not maracas.
Rockins everywhere, upset.
just all of them.
All right, what's your wisdom saving throw?
Failed
I
performance
rolled
check.
a 9, so if I don't, I have a 0 bonus to wisdom, and I just rolled a 9.
There's a moment where your eyes flicker open, and you see a strange wizard standing above you, and your friends. You assume it has to be the pain as you slip back into the dream.
Yep.
Stupid bird!
You should have said that. You should have
Oh,
said
I've been
that.
calling him Stupid Bird every 30 seconds since we found him. I've
Yep.
been calling him Stupid
That
Bird.
would have brought him back to life. That'd
I
been
was
like some-
dancing with
Alright.
him when he
Well,
was.
I'm gonna put down the loot and that sort of stuff, and I'm gonna walk over to Wudao.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take out my water skin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit over him and kind of like sit as if I'm slightly meditating, and I'm gonna start dripping a spot of water on his forehead as if he would be meditating in like a pool or a river or something like that, to try to
Okay.
simulate him kind of meditating out of whatever he's in.
And is there anything else anybody would like to do to try and help Wudao here?
I sit down cross-legged on the floor next to him. And just,
Okay.
and just vibe. That's what I'm here for.
I'll without being like weird and whispering in his ear the way it might be misinterpreted as
You're
like
gonna whisper in his
romance
ear.
and affection.
You're gonna
I
whisper in
am.
his ear.
I'm gonna whisper into, well, I don't want to scream it, but I'm gonna say to Wudao the things he's said over our adventures. Like, he says all these wise things, which is why I call him Owlman. And he'll say just shit like,
You
it's
say
not us,
Owlman, I start
da-da-da-da.
hooting.
You know, I'll be
I'm
like, do or do not, there is no try. Like, shit like that. I'm just gonna, like,
I don't remember saying that.
whatever, but things of that variety that I've heard him say in the past that have obviously stuck with me a little bit because I called him Owlman, but I'm just gonna, like, in a very moderate kind of humdrum, like, relaxing voice that's not at all like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
We get it. We get
Some
it.
of the things he said.
I'm just here.
All right,
gonna
Wudao.
put tongue in
So-
his ears. Let's just
Alright.
be real. We know what
Yeah,
you're
he's
gonna do.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
But instead of like being like really wise, they're all like the old like
Like, really
Confucius say
stupid.
like,
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
man
not
who
good.
eat crackers in bed
It's a
wake up
7.
feeling crummy.
Yes, yes. Does it work?
Yeah.
There's a moment,
I
Wudao.
rolled a 4. I got
There's a
7.
moment, Wudao,
Does
where
he
you
get to roll an
feel
advantage? Anyone?
some strange sensation as you're standing in this empty council chamber, giant table filled with the elders in front of you, of water dripping on you. But
I
you
want to
can't,
be
that's
on
clearly,
you.
that can't be. And this warm, reassuring feeling that you get, feeling allies standing at your side, alone no longer. But as they disappear, the feeling of isolation and expulsion is all that more keen as you drift back into the unpleasant, awful nightmare.
You guys
Wow.
suck.
We're
Wait,
great
oh,
at
you
this.
rolled and you rolled shitty too?
I rolled a 4. I got a 7.
Jesus
God.
Christ. Okay. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk over to Jark.
I'm like stretching
He's
because I'm like,
laying on the
oh
ground,
god.
and I'm gonna
Jorts.
take out a polished chicken bone,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put it into his pocket.
Okay.
I'm sitting near him, just repeating Jort's #1 Ratscratch experience fan. Jort's the world's biggest Ratscratch experience, just over and over.
And I'm just gonna sing him one of Ratscratch's most well-received songs that he probably sings
Okay.
all the time and is now stuck in my head.
Performance check from you then, Yasi.
That's a 13.
Okay, not bad. That's pretty good. All right. Round 2. Jork, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 14.
And with a 14, you hear over the sounds of angry yelling and pitchforks and screams, music. Good music. Music you love.
It's Ratscratch,
Music
bitch.
you know you love because you are definitely his #1 fan. And wait. You have things. You're not a lost child. You are a goblin who has made a name for yourself, taking what you want, filling your pockets, and adventuring, righting those wrongs where you could, and taking where you can't. You're not here. And you wake up.
Shit. Oh.
George, you're back!
Damn it! Of the
Well, at
3
least
we
that's
got
one.
Jorts. I mean,
You
Jorts.
did it, George!
Welcome back.
Good to see you too.
And I'm like, and before you get to it, I'm like, George, you couldn't have come at a better time. You love Ratscratch, right? The way Wudao loves me.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right,
Yeah.
that's news to us.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
You guys, we'll talk about this later, okay?
No, I think
George.
we should talk about this now.
Sure.
What?
No, George,
What?
we need you to use your stalking prowess. Everything you've learned about Ratscratch, you need to
Your
help
fandom.
us the way we help
Your
you.
fandom.
Put your fandom to use. Every album cover, every poster, every torrent. Now is the time, George. You
I
need to
downloaded
save
you on
Ratscratch.
Napster.
Update that Wikipedia page.
Yes, the only
Create
poster
that
on the
Reddit thread.
Wikipedia. that fan Instagram account, the unverified fan page.
It's a verified fan page. He's just
Yeah,
that
Valorant.
there's no fan page that it has a
Valorant
check
looks
mark.
out over the lot of you. That's it for today.
What?
Perhaps I can get help for us. But I don't know how we help everyone here.
Well, aren't you just rainbows and
I'm
butterflies?
gonna be like, you know
Well,
what?
I got bad
Maybe we
news for
figure
you.
this out
Most of the
another day.
researchers have been taken over by followers of Loth, which is not great. I'll tell you that right now.
Just
He
some of the
raises his
shit's
eyebrow
fucked
at you. Mo?
Shit's fucked.
Most.
Lolf.
Loth.
No.
Lolf.
He said most ? Because you said most of the researchers.
Most.
Yeah, there is.
Most.
Not
There-
all?
Wait, we don't know. Before Kaydren was met Kaydren, we don't know whose side he's on just yet. I'm kind of gonna.
He's been asleep for 70 years. They're
I
on
know,
sides.
but still, what if he was one of the connivers? But they said they
You're
leave
the
it
one
on
who woke
PL.
him up and dragged him with us.
Well, I'm gonna just give him the suggestion that maybe we wait and talk to Alarin and get some more context from someone we trust, but go back for now.
No, I know you're giving me that hint, and I totally get that. I'm trying to find my notes. There we go. I was gonna say, and since Yasi interrupted me, I was gonna say, yeah. So, where is my note? Fuck.
Take your time. Notes are always good.
No, I know. I'm trying to catch it back up. Nope.
I can assist if you are. Remind me what you're looking into.
No, there's a. Oh, yeah, Kopeth. He seems to be working with
a resistance movement against the...
Opeth?
Have you heard of him? The wizard Kopeth?
The young upcoming wizard? Yeah,
Not
I'm
so young
familiar of Kopeth.
anymore.
Yeah.
But I would never have imagined him to be working with the resistance. Resistance? To what?
I'm like, hey guys, maybe we should go back to like our little hiding spot with, you know, some of our friends and discuss this later. And maybe we
Sure.
can come back here with a more developed plan because we've probably caused a ruckus. And
What is this developed
Can
plan
I-
you speak of? That feels unfamiliar.
the
for us.
non-existence one that is yet to be developed
Can I
and
do
its
an
potential.
insight on this dude? Now that he's been kind of like talking
Yeah.
about this stuff, and we've gotten a little bit more. Like, if
Absolutely.
he's being truthful about it now, and he's actually being on the up and up.
15.
Yeah, he seems very misinformed, but fairly genuine. Gives all the traits of being a powerful wizard, doesn't seem to be treating you in an adversarial manner, or threatening you, or misleading you. He looks like a man trying to project confidence in an uncertain world, but fairly confident in his own
Impress a girl?
capabilities.
I'm just kidding.
Not your inside check.
And because you. So just to figure out what he was saying earlier is he's already tried everything he could do versus this horn, and that was about it. And so now he's out of stuff. He's tapped out. Is that what he's saying?
He's saying he can't assist to start to break the spells, because remember, part of starting being able to reach into that was the dispel magic, just like it worked with him, where the dispel magic didn't get him out of it until he saw something that triggered him to come all the way out of it. So he used his last spells to
Start that process.
try on each of you.
Gotcha.
So now he's
Well.
suggesting a retreat or recoupment or something. He suggested it strongly, knowing that he has no idea what's outside of these walls, and the only thing he knows is that you called his home a prison.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So
we
he's sort of looking to
demonstrate
you
some
all for
empathy.
suggestions.
We
Well,
do
we need to get these
demonstrate
other two
empathy.
up before we get out of here, and then we can
Well,
make
can
our
we
way
carry
outta
them
here.
out for now? I think we might just have to carry them out.
Sure. I mean,
certainly could.
That's possible. I
Can
guess
you-
I'll attempt to pick up Wudao,
Wudao,
except
right?
he's 7,000 fucking pounds of absolute.
You will need a
half-orc.
strength check to do that.
I mean, he's
Strong.
all
I
I
muscle,
would
but
assist,
yeah.
but I don't know if I'm super helpful in this.
I mean, Jort would probably. You and Jort are two little babies who
We'll
can
be
carry
able
the
to
back
take a
of
leg.
Ratscratch,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
can
right.
take the front part of Ratscratch.
Like,
But you
A
better
leg.
watch Jort's hands.
Yeah.
He might try to like cop a feel on Ratscratch just to
Yeah.
say he
with
did
my
it.
with my 14 strength and +2 bonus, I got a 5.
It's not like you can't carry him. It's
Mhm.
just gonna slow you down a lot.
Certainly.
You're
I
not
still
gonna
have
be able to
pass
stealth
without
very
trace
well.
on us. I still have pass out trace
I
on us.
can't
It's an
stealth
hour
well
of a
anyway.
concentration.
fine.
I mean, he gets a disadvantage to his stealth checks for carrying, but he already has a disadvantage.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Exactly.
I'm going to try one more thing before I try to move him. Is I'm going to try with Wudao is to strike a coin so that it has the ring, like a ringing tone to it, or even my sword to try to get it to ring, so that it's like one of those like
Sure.
meditation instruments that you would use, and try to just hold it up to his ear so that maybe he can frickin' get
So
that.
as you're doing it, Dalren looks over to you and says, "A noble thought to try and rescue your friends, but it will likely be difficult to reach them without the aid of a spell to allow a weakening of the artifact's power."
Shit. All right. Okay, I'll pick him up, and I guess we'll start heading downstairs then.
All right, as you guys.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on. Where are we? Before we go, guys, are we going to?
We don't really
Alara?
have anywhere
Like, where
to
are
go.
we going?
We can't go back to the church because they said that place would be checked later.
Are
so
we
can't
able
really
to
go
get
back
back to his
Why
secret
don't we just go
hideout?
into like Ratscratch's cell?
because they're going to come and check that soon. Remember, they're going to be ditching the bodies.
What about
in
that,
the next couple imminently.
that House of the Five
I thought
thing
that was
you
just
guys
the room
found.
of the stuff.
No? Did that disappear?
If it's still there, possibly.
We're in the Hall of the Researchers, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Alarin has a safe space here.
But we
Yes.
don't know where that is.
We don't? We've been
Not from
to
this
it.
Not
though.
position.
from where we
We've
are.
never seen this building before.
If you were able to get upstairs, absolutely. But they're right that you have a unknown between where you are and where you've been to previously.
Can we at least try to get upstairs and
Unless
get our bearings?
unless Magic Man over here is a way to teleport us over to Alarin's tower, that would be the only way we could get there.
Do you
Are
know
you having this
Alarin?
conversation out loud?
No, that is the other question: is were we talking about this because we weren't supposed to? Like,
Yeah,
talk
pause
about
right
it.
now.
You were-
Are you talking? Did you
you
just
were-
have this
you were not
conversation
bringing
out
any
loud?
of that
Fair
up,
point. Well,
so-
I guess my question to my allies would have been like, you guys, where are we gonna go?
I
back
think we
down to
tell
the
him.
sewers.
I
That's the
think we
only
tell
way
him.
I can
I think we
think.
tell him about eBay.
I'm gonna be like, okay, but without telling him about Ilarin exactly, I'm gonna be like, do you remember any friends from your time who might be able to help us, and kind of put the burden on him to answer instead of like giving him a make it a leading question for him instead of telling him. Like any loyal friends that assume, I know whether or not you believe us right now, if there were to be some kind of revolt, who would is there someone you think would hold the values of the researchers as you knew them to the highest regard? Name a few people, maybe.
That's
See if any of them ring a bell.
a difficult challenge. And I'm not sure I should trust any of you. And more so, if what you say is true, I'm really not sure that I should just name names here.
Mike, listen, we only have
There's a
each other
power
right
in
now.
naming names.
Well, is there someone you can communicate with from here without naming names so that we can maybe find some help? Because
Oh, I
unfortunately,
absolutely am capable of communicating with anybody.
First letter of the name. Go.
But if I
the same
do so and they're not one of our allies, I will have alerted them, told them where we are,
So
and the
who's the
dangers
one
we face.
can you message the one you trust the most? The one you trusted
I
the
don't-
most?
I would have said I trusted all of them. And you tell me that our order has fallen and this is a prison.
This is true.
I'm gonna
Do
say
you know somebody that you would trust?
we think so.
In this town,
Then
there's
tell me
only-
their name.
How do we know we can trust you?
Names have power.
I don't have a
Say.
choice but to trust you.
There's only one place I can think of.
I want to do
And
an
they would
insight
be-
check when he says
And they
that.
would be
Go ahead.
super fucking pissed. But
Ooh,
Ooh.
sorry, hold on.
Oh.
21.
He's being very earnest.
Yeah.
He
Does he
also
seem like
does not have any choices here.
he feels alone, right? He's not feeling like he's trying to connive or
Do
scheme
you
or.
No.
do you
I'm
know
gonna
the-
trust. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, well, if he seems like he's truly desperate, like he's not in a position of power, and he also just wants to connect back with his researcher friends as they were 70 years ago, I'm like, well, we've got Alarin, and he'll fuck you up if you try to do something shady. So, yeah,
Wait, did you just say it?
I did. He seemed really earnest that he truly cared about the values of the researchers back then, the same ones that Alarin has expressed were important to him.
All right. There's a pause, and you see that flash of silver across his eyes again.
Oh, right.
And he smiles, nods, and you see stress drop out of his shoulders ever so imperceptibly. And there's a small pop in the air as a tiny automaton that you recognize appears
That hates me because I think I've
I
eaten
got
it
a
or
drink.
something.
very near the glass on the ground and says, "Fancy seeing all of you again. It's me, Key. Let's get you home."
Ah,
And
I'm
with
sorry
that,
I ate you.
we will end tonight's session
Yay!
as the High Wizard Alarin's automaton has come to aid you.
We
You
need
are-
a
Damn, I was gonna suggest that we go to the Treetop Inn.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
talk
would
to
they have
Theo
been
and-
so pissed if you had to come back there?
So
Really?
pissed.
Why?
No. I
The
was
treetop?
remember the last time you were there. There was a bit of a fight. You had the
Well,
guys
we-
on the roof and stuff. You saved them.
No, but
I
we
was just kidding.
got their
Like,
crest back, yeah.
yeah. No,
And
but
frickin' Tia
it's
Lynn
more like
loved me.
every time you show up, there's
Yeah,
a fight.
No, but she loved me.
She did actually. That's right. You got the crest
we
back.
got-
You
we-
restored those runes. You were all
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
We killed a dragon for them.
Dragon?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Dragon.
Oh god.
Dragon.
Are we
Oh
off
god.
the internet?
Bye, internet.
Oh, let me sign up the
Bye,
internet. Yep.
internet.
Bye,
We'll be
internet.
back on for more leagues.